Montreal is certainly one of North America's greatest cities. It's considered the most European large city on the continent, but there's plenty more that makes Montreal a particularly fascinating city.
Yes, Montreal may no longer be Canada's largest city, but in terms of cultural significance, uniqueness, and just all-around fun, no city in Canada even comes close. In fact, I'd argue New York is the only US city that does.
It is also considered one of North America's truly international cities, the site of the 1967 World Expo and the 1976 Summer Olympic Games.
Montreal is really nice. I really enjoy it. The food is amazing, people are really nice, and it's funny to be traveling so far away from home, but at the same time, everybody speaks French. It kind of feels like home. And I really like the city. The city is actually very, very beautiful.
First thing that comes to my mind about the Canadian Grand Prix is the city, Montreal. Such a vibe. I think it's one of the best cities that we go to race.
What do you like about Montreal?
Honestly, everything. The food and the drink. Everything. I'm from Europe. It reminds me of Europe a lot, but I just like the atmosphere outside, the patios on the street and stuff like that.
Live from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, in the city of Game 3 champs. It's been great to be in Montreal. We love it. It's the best city.
It's one of my favorite cities in the entire world.
As an Irishman who moved to Canada, the amount of people that I meet in Vancouver who've not yet been to Montreal is so alarming. It's the best city in Canada. And I'm so sorry to anyone who isn't quite ready to hear that yet. I'm already looking at booking flights in August because I miss it so much.
Montreal, I am back in Montreal, y'all. I just love Montreal. It's one of my favorite places. I had a flight credit. It was for Air Canada. I could have went to another Canadian place, but I just wanted to come back to Montreal, y'all.
So you're from the United States.
Yes.
What do you love about Montreal?
The openness, quality of life, diversity. I'd say that raising children in a bilingual and multicultural environment. For a lot of people, they've come to Montreal looking for something different, and they found it here.
Montreal's very open. You can be yourself here. It's not materialistic. They call it joie de vivre, enjoyment of life. Be free. Be you.
Spending time around on the streets of the gay district of Montreal was such an experience I'll never forget. I really love how artistic and progressive Montreal seems, that they're able to have a pole dance performance on the streets of Montreal. It felt so alive with culture and art and music, and it just was a city that I really fell in love with.
What do you have to say to Montreal? Because we love you. We love you so much.
On vous aime aussi.
I will say to Montreal that I love it so much here. It is best place on earth.
Quebec.
Look at this. It's beautiful. Is this North America? It's crazy.
Where do you think I am? Is this Canada?
It's unreal.
It's so amazing when you see structures from centuries ago still intact, preserved.
I just have to say, this is the grayest city I have ever been to before in my lifetime, and I used to live in Chicago.
Something that has been blowing me away about Montreal is just how vast of an array of aesthetics there are. Diverse set of architecture all over the place. Like, look at these houses right here.
All those houses that you see in a storybook, it's exactly that.
With those spiraling stairwells coming down the back of the buildings.
That is awesome. Yeah, this is one city I feel in a big, big way. I love the spot.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I've never felt this much love in my life until I came to Montreal. So much love everywhere. So grateful to everyone from the city, bro. Shout out. If you live in Montreal, I f with you, bro. The city's... I'm locked in with the city now, bro. I'm locked in. It's the best experience I've ever had going to a place.
There's no place like Montreal. It is uniquely wonderful in its own way.
Just a city that is born of art and culture come to life.
They say that Montreal is the cultural capital of Canada.
Culture is the big word here. You have more art per square inch than probably anywhere else in the world.
We are the province that spends the most on the arts. Arts are very important to us.
Montreal is also a cultural hub, known as one of the most vibrant art cities in North America.
Many immigrants say that Canada, or even entire North America, lack history and culture. And it's mostly true. However, we would definitely say that Montreal comes pretty close to some European counterparts, especially when it comes to culture and arts.
New York City has so much art, but I feel like there's even more of it here in Montreal, don't you think? It's just kind of everywhere.
Montreal feels as much like an art gallery as it does a city. Art seems to be just woven into this city's DNA.
Oh, look at this sculpture. It's a guy hiding in his knees. It is made out of all sorts of stuff. There's some bike parts in there, some suitcases, some boots. An absolutely spectacular piece of artwork. Coolest thing I've ever seen.
This place is just really cool. The culture is cool, the people are cool, it just has something special to it.
Montreal is a really special creative hub. It's always had a great art scene, so we've always bred a lot of really great artists in all kinds of medium. Montreal is now the third largest hub for visual effects in the world.
Amongst the top 5 video game production cities in the world and known as the circus capital,
Montreal is the birthplace of one of the coolest performance arts pieces on earth, Cirque du Soleil. These shows are performed all over the world, but there's something super cool about the big top tent that they do it in Montreal.
What does it mean for you to be able to have your world premiere here in Montreal?
Well, Montreal is such a wonderful city. I don't need much persuasion to come here. But to me, this is the heart of Cirque. This is the home of Cirque. I think it's a big honor that the show is premiering here. What I tried to do with Avatar in the movie was to create a kind of a dreamlike sense of wonder. And that's exactly what every Cirque show does.
Gosh, this is so exciting, Just for Laughs!
Hey, it's Randy here at the Just for Laughs Comedy Festival in Montreal, biggest comedy festival in the world.
This is the creme de la creme of comedy. Anybody who is anybody is here.
The streets are filled with hundreds of thousands of people on every square block of this city. I'll tell you something, this is one of the best cities in the entire world.
There is life on the streets. There is life in the environment.
It's 11:30 and the streets of Montreal are bustling right now.
So we are at the Jazz Festival area. They got stuff going on all afternoon. You can hear them.
Welcome to the land of hippies, legal herbs, and apparently drum circles every Sunday. It's pretty freaking cool. I never seen anything like this. I'm not sure why they started this park or why they put this monument here, but I like the message. We are of different races, not for strife, but to work together for the common welfare.
As I've said sometimes, it seems to be the destiny of Montreal to show the rest of the country from time to time what poetry is.
We look at Quebec and they generate a sense of arts amongst themselves that we in English Canada envy. They generate a recognition of talent within their province that we envy.
Montreal already had its own culture because it already had its own French theatre. In fact, I think I did one of the early Canadian movies, a thing called The Pix in Montreal at the end of the 60s. We are being recognized much more. Films are being made here because of the tax thing. That's one thing that's good. It's made Canadians more aware that we're just as good making films as anybody else is, really.
Arthur Lipsett was an artist who worked at the National Film Board of Canada in Montreal from 1957 to 1970. While working at the board, he would complete a small body of exciting films that would receive much attention and many awards from all over the world.
There is a 9-minute film sitting in the National Film Board's archive that Star Wars creator George Lucas watched more than 24 times. A Montreal filmmaker named Arthur Lipsett made it in 1963 from scraps of footage and audio tracks he pulled out of other people's garbage cans at the NFB editing rooms and called it 2187.
Arthur Lipsett used creative editing techniques and unique sound design to make something that inspired some of the greatest film minds we have ever seen. Stanley Kubrick said that was the most imaginative and brilliant use of movie screen and soundtrack that he had ever seen.
This is good, let's have more of it.
George Lucas was a film student at USC at the time when he saw it. He later said the film had a very powerful effect on him.
And George Lucas goes on to say, I saw that film 20 or 30 times, I loved it. I said, that's the kind of movie I want to make, a very off-the-wall, abstract kind of film. And I think that's one reason I started calling most of my USC movies by numbers.
While Star Wars is not nearly as an abstract film as 2187, the influences can be seen everywhere in Star Wars.
We gotta find out which cell this princess of yours is in. Here it is, 2187. You go and get her, I'll hold him here.
Remember me?
FN 2187.
There are even characters who are said to have originated from George Lucas watching 2187. Does this guy look familiar? Yep, Even C-3PO was inspired by Arthur Lipset.
Now don't you forget this.
And the very fundamental idea of the Force is said to have come from 2187.
Buried in 2187 is a snippet of discarded audio from a conversation between an artificial intelligence pioneer named Warren McCullough and an NFB cinematographer named Roman Kreuter. McCullough argues that humans are nothing more than complex machines. Kreuter pushes back. He says that many people, in contemplating nature and communicating with other living things, become aware of
some kind of force or something behind this apparent mask.
The most famous concept in the history of popular cinema came from a throwaway line in a 9-minute college film built from garbage by a Montrealer. If it weren't for a bureaucratic Canadian government agency, Star Wars, all of it, might never have happened. Every May 4th, Canadians post things online about Hayden Christensen being from Ontario, but almost nobody talks about the Montreal filmmaker who built the spiritual architecture of the whole thing.
In terms of understanding the power of sound and picture relationships, there's no one better than Arthur Lipset.
The Jedi tradition holds that you don't wield the Force as much as listen to it. Peace, patience, harmony with nature. Of course the Force is Canadian.
And fun fact, Roman Kreuter, the man who inspired the Force, was also one of the co-founders of IMAX.
A few fascinating facts about IMAX technology. It's Canadian.
IMAX was co-invented by Graham Ferguson, Roman Kreuter, Robert Kerr, and William Shaw, a team of Canadian innovators. They wanted to immerse the audience, to make you feel like you were inside the film, and they figured out how. The projection system was unlike anything the world had ever seen. And it all started right here in Montreal. The company name IMAX was invented over lunch in Montreal, combining maximum image into a unique trademark. What started as a Canadian experiment has now become a global cinematic standard for 1,700 IMAX theaters in over 80 countries.
Montreal combines artistic energy with its technological know-how to be a leader in techno-creativity.
Technology in general is a very lucrative and a rapidly growing sector in Montreal with over 1 million jobs created so far. It is home to such offices like Microsoft, Google, IBM, Shopify, and so many more. One of the reasons is that Montreal has the world's largest concentration of academic research and deep learning, with over $3 billion floating into the Montreal economy to support this research.
Montreal has a great talent pool, a mixing point between different industries, where there's the VFX industry, the video game industry is very big here.
It's kind of a video game hub here.
C'est le monde du jeu vidéo, Montréal, c'est la capitale.
Montreal is the North American capital of game development. It houses over 200 game development studios like Eidos, Ubisoft, Warner Brothers, and so many more.
Founded in April 1997, Ubisoft Montreal employs over 4,000 people, making it the largest video game studio in the world.
Together since 1997.
In Montreal.
To build a world-class industry. We are Ubisoft Montreal.
Over the last 5 years, the visual effects industry has really exploded. The advent of the streaming platforms has completely changed the industry because there's just a huge request for content.
Canadian VFX talent is among the strongest on the planet because they master really the technical level and the artistic level.
We've worked on a lot of blockbusters. I'd say we're mostly well known for our work on the Harry Potters and Fantastic Beasts series. We also did all of the Paddington movies. We won the Oscar for Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah, when you see the credits, it's like, especially the first time, it's there's so much pride. You really feel like you achieved something.
For achievement in sound editing.
Arrival, Sylvain Bellemare.
This award by far is a collective award led by the Quebec team. Salut Montréal.
And the Oscar goes to The Lady in Number 6, Music Saved My Life.
Concordia graduates have brought great pride to the community. Frederick Bobat, Kieran Crilly, and Carl Freed took home an Oscar this year for their documentary short, The Lady in Number 6.
The role that Concordia played in my life, I've sort of realized that had I not come to Concordia, there's absolutely no way I would have ended up becoming a filmmaker.
We're very proud of our film studies program and the School of Cinema as a whole. I think they're one of the most vibrant and diverse places in Canada. Montreal offers our students lots of resources. The National Film Board of Canada with its archives that are frequently used by our students.
There is nothing better than having professors who are doing what you're doing. They're making films and they're teaching other people how to do it. It's incredibly inspiring. Concordia put me in touch with other animators who are working professionally in Montreal and elsewhere in Canada. They brought networking to the classroom. It opened doors for me. And, you know, I walked through them.
And the Oscar goes to the Danish poet.
I want to thank the Academy for this wonderful award. It's such an honor, and also for continuing to support this animated short category. That really means a lot to us. I want to thank the National Film Board of Canada.
And the Oscar goes to The Girl Who Cried Pearls.
This isn't necessarily puppetry, it's technically stop motion. I found this interesting because it was this blend of the practical and the CGI. The faces are technically real, but they're being animated in 3D. Because since it's stop motion, what they're able to do is every time they take a frame, they have invisible ink all over the face with the tracking markers. So they're able to basically take exact identical frame of everything in that sequence with perfect tracking markers all over the face, allowing you to basically have a perfect looking puppet in your main footage.
Super ingenious. I love when people still find new ways to blend these different techniques together to execute cool ideas.
Are we past the future of puppets? Sometimes it feels like it, but then you see this and you're like, oh, actually, there is still new stuff you can do.
It's a very old story, going way, way back in time to when I was a boy in Montreal, where I was born.
We just really want to thank our amazing neighborhood and the amazingly talented community of artists. Thank you, the fantastic city of Montreal. Thank you, Canada.
And the Oscar goes to, from Canada, The Barbarian Invasions, accepting the award, the director, Denis Arcand.
We're so thankful that Lord of the Rings did not qualify in this category. We'd like to thank the Canadian, French, and Quebec government for their support of the film industry.
Cinema has been a staple of French Canada basically since cinema was invented. The first film to ever be exhibited in Canada by the Lumiere brothers was shown in Montreal. The first feature-length film to ever be made in Canada, Evangeline, in 1913, was about the 1755 expulsion of the Acadians. Some of the Canadian film industry's most culturally significant and instantly recognizable output is coming from Quebec. They dominate our award shows, they've got Denis Villeneuve and Xavier Dolan, and almost half of TIFF's 2015 list of the best Canadian films ever is from, you guessed it, Quebec.
French-Canadian film has always, from the beginning, been Canada's most valued cinematic export.
The Quiet Revolution led to a bit of a boom in French-Canadian filmmaking. The National Film Board had moved their headquarters from Ottawa to Montreal and created a new special French division. So now Francophone filmmakers were getting noticed. But remember, this was around the time of the tax shelter era, when Canada was making a ton of commercial films for an extremely low cost.
Back in the 1970s, Italy struck a partnership with Canada. It's because Canada was a country that took the arts very seriously. And so they dedicated a lot of legislation and governmental resources to making industries like cinema flourish. So the Canadian film industry was finally ramping up. In 1975, a cop film called Blazing Magnum started shooting in Montreal. The film's Italian producer had actually toured Canada, thinking he would scout locations in Toronto, Ontario, but was convinced to check out Montreal. There had been a lot of money pouring into Montreal in the years leading up to the 1976 Olympics, and yeah, there's even glimpses of Olympics posters in frame during Blazing Magnum. The car chase is the most showcased set piece in the film, costing $200,000 of the $1.5 million budget.
The 1970s was the golden era of car chase scenes in movies. Anyone was making them, and there are almost too many good chases to count. So we narrowed it down for you. Blazing Magnum from 1976 coming in at number 4. This chase involves a badass 1966 Buick Special chasing a 1971 Ford Mustang through the streets of Montreal. This high-flying battle between the two classic American muscle cars goes everywhere and sees no boundaries. The chase transitions from small streets to freeways to hillsides to doing donuts in a gravel lot and destroying all property along the way. Fire hydrants, rollovers, train jumps, the list of stunts go on, and each one is more thrilling as the last.
Montreal has starred in the movies over the years, from the 1930s right up until the present decade. It's a very cinematic city, a very exciting city.
Montreal has been the location of hundreds of feature films, is one of the big hubs of feature film and television production on the East Coast. Sometimes it plays itself, like it did in the De Niro heist movie, The Score.
Critics are calling Robert De Niro, Edward Norton, Angela Bassett, and Marlon Brando one of the most amazing casts ever assembled.
They're trying to rob the Montreal Customs House, and Robert De Niro lives here in the city, so never rob in your own backyard.
It's in the Montreal Customs House.
Used to tell me, steal outside the country, steal in the States, steal in Europe, but Montreal, live in Montreal.
I said a lot of dumb things in my day, didn't I?
But more often, because of its wide range of architecture, it stands in for other cities that are more difficult, more expensive, or further away. Paris in Benjamin Button, New Orleans in Benjamin Button, New York City for John Wick, Berlin for Confessions of a Dangerous Mind.
He surprised me. I mean, I went up to Montreal and the crews loved him. He's a film guy, and this is his first film, but I think as far as George is concerned, it's his 15th film.
Brad and Matt thing, we were doing press for Ocean's 11, and I said, hey, you guys want to come do something fun? And they said, yeah. So they flew up to Montreal and shot it.
Have you ever been to Montreal?
No, I haven't been to Montreal.
I love how when it gets very cold, everybody kind of goes underground, lively downtown. I loved being in Montreal. I love the crew.
Well, we should move on to The Aviator.
That, to me, is one of the most nostalgic memories I have of really making a movie. For the first time, creating it and doing a makeshift Hollywood in Montreal, rebuilding Grauman's Chinese, the investigation of who this character was really a miraculous part of my life. It's set in New York City, but if you look closely at Tom Hanks's The Terminal, you might see Mirabel Airport as JFK.
And then we went to Montreal for about 2.5 weeks, and we shot in an actual airport there. We shot all the customs and immigration in an actual airport, an airport that was in existence, that we could only use certain times of the day. Now, Montreal gave us great cooperation, but there were times that international flights were coming in, and we just couldn't shoot there until the people had been processed.
Shout out the crew. Montreal, the film industry there is alive and well, and they're badasses.
Barbie Ferreira is a Toronto music critic who gets a little too close to a Quebec indie band in the comedy Mile End Kicks.
I'm so happy we're talking about this. I play Grace Pine, who's a music critic who's writing a book about Alanis Morissette when she moves to Montreal, trying to get away from Toronto and really blossom into who she thinks she wants to be. And of course, everything kind of fails and there's ups and downs.
There's a new coming-of-age classic, Mile End Kicks.
I'm not gonna lie, this is one of my favorite films of the year so far.
I was so psyched to talk about Mile End Kicks because I've spent a lot of time in the Mile End neighborhood in Montreal. It's so clear that writer-director Chandler Levac is drawing from her own personal experiences. It is set in the year 2011 in the indie music scene in this Montreal neighborhood.
When Levac arrived in Montreal, the Mile End neighborhood was the nexus of a music scene that was exploding with artists like Grimes and Arcade Fire.
The thing about Montreal between the years of 2005 and maybe 2012 or so is that it was the coolest city on the planet when it comes to producing new music. We're talking about Wolf Parade, we're talking about the Deers, we're talking about Arcade Fire, we're talking about K Tornada.
When I moved there, I just kind of happened upon the most exciting art scene in the entire world.
The film, it's kind of like a love letter to Montreal, and we shot it in Mile End. Also introduced the cast to Montreal and have this wonderful summer in Mile End and see kind of Montreal through their eyes.
It was incredible. It was so great because we were in Montreal, which is the funniest and the coolest place ever. So artistic, so many cool people.
Just a very unique Canadian film, and I love when that happens, when one of these can kind of break through. In Montreal, Alanis Morissette and Canada filmmaking.
If you know this town, if you know this neighborhood, it's so cool to see. It feels lived in and detailed. They go to Saint Viateur for bagels. They go and they climb Parc Mont Royal and look over the Olympic Stadium.
It's a very Montreal movie. It's a really sold out theater. Again, of all Montreal locals that were giggling at location shots and things like that and the Montreal-isms.
I couldn't get any actors to read the script. I couldn't get the money from Telefilm. Nobody wanted to do it, you know? Like some producers at the time were like, well, you should shoot this film in Hamilton, or maybe you can shoot it in Northern Ontario. Maybe you shoot it in Sudbury. And I was like, I will kill myself if that's the case. Like, we would spend our entire budget just trying to recreate like one street corner, you know? There's this kind of like magic and quality to Montreal, like in the apartments and the spiral staircases.
I think this movie is genuinely something special, a kind of movie that we're seeing more and more rarely as the years go on. This is truly an indie film.
Delightfully indie. It has a really distinct and lovable personality that I just completely vibed with.
I gotta say, I love this movie, and everything from the music to the vibe, it kind of brought me back to going to bars and seeing bands and maybe drinking too much and making mistakes. I have not seen a movie like this in so long.
Is the perfect coming of age movie that we need more of. So I'm deeply excited to talk about it and get everyone hip to this. It's going down as one of the most memorable movies of 2026.
This might end up on my top 10 list at the end of the year.
It's such a wonderful surprise. I'm so delighted that I got to see this. Look for it when it's streaming, because this is a real gem.
I think it's going to become a classic and join the ranks of the best coming of age films.
I'm a Canadian filmmaker, and in Canada we have arts grants and funding to make art and films in our country. So the film was like largely financed through Telefilm and Sodec, which is like a wonderful organization for Quebec-based filmmakers.
Toronto people always say Montreal is a vibe.
Yeah, it's a one-sided relationship, I've learned. Everyone loves Montreal.
We're glancing over there.
Yeah. And I don't think they definitely don't like it.
But oh my God, what's going on over there?
It's super cool though.
Yeah, I mean, they're the coolest.
The Montreal music scene is the stuff of legend.
It was a Canadian coup in the music world. Last night, a group of Montreal musicians shocked just about everybody when they took home the industry's most coveted award, a Grammy for Album of the Year.
I just want to say thank you, merci to Montreal.
A 7-time Billboard winner who sold more than 220 million albums around the world, Celine Dion.
You bragged and everything with the clock game and everything.
I know.
You couldn't even make it.
I know, I wasn't even good on the clock
Je j'étais tellement fâchée par toi, j'en revenais pas. Je te croyais pas. T'as dit à Bob Barker qu'il fallait enlever la game de golf. J'ai dit, ça se peut pas que Rosie me fasse ça comme ça n'a pas de bon sens. Ma game préférée.
Regarded as one of the greatest jazz artists of all time, Oscar Peterson's dazzling technique, combined with his swinging style, profoundly influences jazz music worldwide.
He won 8 Grammy Awards, performed with legends like Ella Fitzgerald and Louis Armstrong, and he never forgot where he came from.
He carried his Canadian pride with him wherever we went. Speak about where he came from, and specifically about Montreal and how important growing up here was for him.
Everyone I knew had heard the rumors about this incredible young piano player from, of all places, Montreal. Now, I must admit, back then I didn't even know they had black people in Canada.
Boyfriend was pointing out that Montreal has a pretty substantial music scene. I didn't know that.
Where sound comes true.
The thing with Montreal is, one, it was a total disco mecca back in the day.
Montreal was a center of music production, disco music production. It played a role in North America anyway.
And we just want to enjoy some music scene as well, because that's what Montreal is known for.
I love how there's always like music going around too.
I have been standing here for like 20 minutes listening to this girl sing, because she is honestly amazing. She has one of the most beautiful voices I've ever heard in my entire life.
So you originally come from Montreal? Actually, no. You originally come from Haiti and you moved to Montreal.
Well, I was born in Haiti and then I moved 3 months later in Montreal. So I pretty much am a Montreal kid.
Kate Trinata, the Haitian-born Canadian-based DJ and producer, got his start as a teenager teaching himself how to produce and DJ in his parents' basement. Putting his love for music first, he's created his own lane and a life for himself, allowing him to take his art from Quebec to around the world.
In the house, Kay's parents played a lot of Haitian music, specifically a subgenre called compa. However, Kay's desire to make dance music led him to the Pew Pew music scene at Artbeat Montreal. Artbeat Montreal was like a safe space for producers and creators alike. Kids would go there and hang out and share beats and production ideas and whatnot.
I found this community like in Montreal, and they had this beat maker scene, which was a lot of producers that came together, Artbeat Montreal. I remember doing my first show over there, And people went crazy, like where did you come from?
Yeah,
and I'm like, I've been sent you, bro, like pretty much like in my suburb home, pretty much in my basement all day.
This is where Kay received the most inspiration, feedback, and support. Artbeat became a second home for him. Remix after remix uploaded to SoundCloud, Kay finally broke through. He remixed Janet Jackson's If into an ethereal house track.
Everything changed after this remix.
And soon, he was getting phone calls from Madonna and Janet Jackson herself. He did go on to open for Madonna.
She eventually called me and like asked me to do the shows, and I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
That song, 10% with Cal Uchis, it won a Grammy for Best Dance Recording. In fact, the whole album won Best Dance Electronic Album for the year of 2021.
For Best Dance Recording.
The Grammy goes to Kate Trinata.
For Best Dance Electronic Album.
And the Grammy goes to Kate Trinata.
Oh my God, man, this is crazy. This is insane.
Incredible. Also, the first black person to win a dance Grammy.
I'm taking this one back to Montreal. Thank my family. Thank everybody. Peace, 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 peace.
Hi, this is Cristo. Welcome to my studio, north of Montreal. This is the Laurentians. It's pretty rural. I don't have neighbors really, so we're in the woods. Sometimes going into the city, getting the vibe, but then walking away and coming back here so I can really concentrate on nature and music. Today we're breaking down the White Lotus theme.
The White Lotus theme is one of the most recognized sounds on TV. 3 seasons, 3 Emmys, 1 composer, Cristobal Tapia de Ville. Everyone knows the White Lotus theme. Even if you can't describe it, you know it the second it starts.
You know, people start sending me videos of them dancing to it.
The track Aloha becomes a cultural moment. Renaissance in season 2 goes even bigger. People are playing it in DJ sets. It's everywhere.
Like, I'm really happy about this theme in particular. There's some witchery going on with that melody, super weird and mysterious.
I think that Montreal has always been regarded as the cultural music capital of the country.
I think that there is a culture here that's like very cutting edge and that pushes the boundaries, and it's growing every day.
The homegrown Angine de Poitrine,
Yes.
crazy, viral, math rock, funk, punk duo from Quebec, blowing up the internet like crazy. They just hit this week Spotify's top 50 viral global list. They're the most like viral band in the world right now.
So there's this band called Angine de Poitrine. They're an experimental rock duo from Quebec, but they look and sound more like they're from another planet.
They're crazy. Polka dot costumes, that's all I have to say. Dave Grohl loves them. Jack White, they're opening for Jack White.
For Jack White, yeah.
In July. If you haven't seen the video, I don't know where you've been, but it's been shared everywhere on the internet. It's been viewed 10 million times.
The place was absolutely jam-packed. It's pretty obvious that this band is going to be playing festivals and arena shows from now on. So this is a pretty unique opportunity to see them.
I've been working there for almost 2 years, and for me, it's probably the best show I've seen at that place.
While the rest of Canada suffers from an identity crisis, you can be sure that Quebec most certainly does not. It had a head start in innovating film, has had a series of governments which have put a great deal of money into fostering and cultivating the arts, and comprises a public that wants to see their distinct culture and language reflected on screen. All of this has led to where we are today, with Quebec being a political and cultural anomaly in North America, which has managed to create a film industry that's also an anomaly.
A graduate of Concordia University's film school continues to build an impressive resume. Jessica Lee Gagné is a cinematographer on Severance, the hit show on Apple TV+. She also made her directorial debut on the 7th episode of the 2nd season.
This is one of my favorite shots in Severance. A lot of people love the look of this show, and rightfully so. It was shot by a Canadian. Cinematographer Jessica Lee Gagné has crafted one of the most beautiful shows ever made.
When I started studying film in CEGEP, because in Quebec we have a different schooling system than in the rest of Canada or in the States, there's this kind of college that we have between high school and university. And that's where I first went into some film classes. I basically got challenged to do it by then and then pushed my own self on another level in the world of cinematography.
An auteur.
Auteur award.
Right. And you are French Canadian, so.
I am French Canadian.
Right. And so what? An auteur.
Auteur. Try.
Okay.
Outstanding cinematography for a series. 1 hour.
And the Emmy goes to Jessica Lee Gagne, bravo!
Jessica, I think, is one of the most talented people I've ever met, and I feel lucky that we have been able to work together to kind of unlock parts of ourselves that we haven't been able to before, and I just appreciate you very much. So, you're the best. I love you, Jessica. Thank you.
There's no hint that this is a Shiva movie. It's like, it's a family get-together movie. But yeah, Montreal Jew?
You know it.
Me too.
Yeah.
Right on.
I wanted to go.
Where do we start? Westmount Square? what should we do? Snowden Deli, Schwartz's?
Oh, no.
Where do you want to take this?
I like to carry hot dog personally.
I was lucky enough, I am Canadian. I grew up in Montreal. Known to Torontonians as the less cool Toronto. We all know the truth. But I was lucky because I grew up in a Montreal family that always celebrated and supported my creative passions. They never discouraged them. I had to pursue them. In fact, passions need to be honored. And that's a very lucky thing to grow up in a family that surrounds you with that ethos. The fact that my movies and my shows have resonated for so many around the world, and to the extent that they have, is more than a dream come true, because I never dreamed this. This is more than I dreamed. Thank you for this honor, Tiff. You have made this Montreal kid very proud. Thank you.
Joan Chen's having a moment. And if you don't know who that is, well, think like The Last Emperor or Twin Peaks.
I'm not going to jail. I can't.
Her latest film is Montreal, ma belle.
Montréal est comme moi. Un exemple.
This film, it follows a Chinese-Canadian immigrant wife and mother living in Montreal who embarks on a journey of self-discovery when she meets and falls in love with Camille, a free-spirited younger woman. Something which we've never seen before in lesbian film, making Montreal, My Beautiful a unique piece of cinema.
I really had that desire to do a movie in Montreal, especially after being almost 25 years living here, combines the two cultures, Chinese side and Quebecois side.
This film has been shot in Montreal, produced in Montreal, so I would say it's a Quebec film, but it's also nothing like I've ever seen in a Quebec film.
Montreal, My Beautiful is a mesmerizing piece of work. It's visually thoughtful, well-directed, technically clean, and full of incredible performances.
It's art, darling.
In 1992, a television show quietly premiered in North America and went on to become a cultural phenomenon. And the entire thing was a Montreal production.
Are You Afraid of the Dark was the Nickelodeon-produced, Canadian-made kids' take on horror anthology shows such as Twilight Zone and Tales from the Crypt.
Are You Afraid of the Dark did something that almost no children's show had dared to do before. This show treated kids like they could handle some actual fear.
It was a co-production between Nickelodeon and then a Canadian company called Cinar.
Here's something most fans don't realize. Are You Afraid of the Dark was made possible because of Canada. Nickelodeon liked the show, but they couldn't fully finance it by themselves. The solution came through a partnership with a Montreal-based studio, but there was of course a catch. The production had to be Canadian.
It was a French-Canadian show. Most of our crew were French-Canadians. There is a very different sensibility, a French sensibility, than there is an English sensibility, to our advantage.
Montreal gave the show something that you could not fake: the architecture, an atmosphere that made the stories feel real even when they weren't.
This is one of the best shows ever to be shot in Montreal. Everyone in Canada watching this show would just assume, like, look at these Montrealers done well, yeah. But in the States, this show was a phenomenon.
We still get asked about the show, and people come up to us constantly, say how it was such a huge part of their childhood.
A lot of actors were on that show, made appearances, Jay Baruchel, Ryan Gosling,
Nev Campbell, Hayden Christensen, Elisha Cuthbert, and Melissa Joan Hart. The Montreal production was, completely by accident, one of the greatest casting pipelines for young Canadian talent in TV history.
Are You Afraid of the Dark was a landmark moment for Montreal's film and television industry, leading to several subsequent productions crafted and directed by Montreal artists that would also go on to become cultural phenomenons.
The 2000s, which is a period of increased film subsidies from the provincial governments, brought about even more success for Quebecois filmmakers on a global scale. You'd have to live under a rock not to know about Denis Villeneuve and his international work on Sicario, Dune, and Blade Runner 2049.
Denis Villeneuve has moved up the filmmaking food chain in pretty quick succession. In the space of just 8 years, he released 7 films, which followed a clear forward trajectory, moving up step by step in budget and scope to become one of contemporary cinema's major filmmakers.
He began making short films when he was in high school, where he also developed an early love of science fiction. He began studying science, but later changed his focus to film when he moved to the University of Quebec.
Can you just start it out with how you ended up where you are today?
I studied film in Montreal. Montreal is like its home, and there's a beautiful creativity there that you can find in theater, in the dance community, and even in restaurants. There's like a freedom there that I found nowhere else.
Yeah, he's fantastic. I really enjoyed working with him. You knew you were done when he would come over and say, I love it. I deeply, deeply, deeply love it. He's from Montreal. That's my Montreal accent. Yeah.
This man, this Quebecois legend, Denis Villeneuve, okay? That's how much I respect him now. That I'm like not even making fun of Quebec.
French Canada's greatest hero since whoever put gravy on cheese curds is back.
My name is Denis Villeneuve, the director of Dune.
This movie just blew my fucking mind. Denis Villeneuve, he fucking did it.
Finally, after 2 years of waiting and being delayed, Denis Villeneuve has come down from heaven, otherwise known as Montreal, and finally graced us with Dune Part 2. And call me hyperbolic, but this is already movie of the year.
Remember when they said you can make worm writing look convincing on film? Dennis is here making us all look like fools. Adapting the unadaptable is easy when you're made of a few creative bones. That's what happens when the guy who was meant to do the thing does the thing.
Once in a generation, a film rises to become the defining movie of that. Critics are raving. Dune is a remarkable achievement in every sense.
Some Dune fans took a car to the movie theater to see Dune Part 2. This guy rode in on a sandworm.
I couldn't stop laughing after getting out of the Dune movies. This guy is in the parking lot riding a sandworm. We're yelling, Lisayan Galib from the movie.
So cool. And we both loved the movie.
Loved it.
And now, if I'm in the streets, I'm like, Lisayan Galib, which is more humiliating than it sounds.
Baby, this is unbelievable.
And the Oscar goes to Dune. Dune. Dune.
Dune, Greg Fraser.
And the Oscar goes to Dune.
Denis, thank you for allowing us to dream.
And the Oscar goes to Hans Zimmer. Dune.
Work with somebody like Denis Villeneuve, who is a complete and utter inspiration.
And the Emmy goes to Jean-Marc Vallée, Big Little Lies.
This is the first Emmy win and third nomination for Jean-Marc Vallée.
This man here, Jean-Marc Vallée, he directed every single episode. He took this material into his heart, and more importantly, he delivered it from his heart, elevating every page, every performance. We are all so grateful.
He was the award-winning filmmaker, best known for directing the hit series Big Little Lies.
Vallée started off small. He is from Montreal, began with music videos, short films, before moving into feature films. 2005's Crazy was what really propelled him into Hollywood.
Crazy. The Americans, we got their attention because they were wondering what's going on in Quebec, where this film that nobody knew was breaking records.
It wasn't just the hottest Canadian film at the festival. I was there. It was the hottest film, period.
But made his mainstream mark in the industry helming Dallas Buyers Club. The film earning a Best Picture Oscar nomination and snagging acting statues for Matthew McConaughey,
Jean-Marc Vallée,
and Jared Leto.
And the Oscar goes to Jared Leto.
Described by actress Laura Dern as the actor whisperer, he had an uncanny ability to push his stars to their limits and guide them to award glory.
The Emmy goes to
Laura Dern, Big Little Lies.
Jean-Marc Vallée, may I stand here like a host of others because of your brilliance and your bravery, and Yves Bélanger, the most incredible crew and cast.
I would like to thank this guy for being an incredible director.
We are so deeply grateful to Jean-Marc Vallée.
Jean-Marc Vallée, this is yours, your vision.
How great Big Little Lies. I don't know if did you watch Big Little Lies?
It was that was an amazing thing to be able to get that made.
First of all, congratulations on your award and also the shows.
Thank you. Thank you.
How much did you enjoy being a part of it?
Oh man, that was a project of a lifetime. I enjoyed it from the beginning to the end. We wanted to do so good with it because we loved it so much. From the book to the scripts of David, there was something special going on.
Enjoy the big Emmy wins tonight,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Some shocking and sad news in the film world. Acclaimed Canadian director Jean-Marc Vallée is dead at the age of 58. He died suddenly over the weekend in his home province of Quebec.
Big Little Lies director Jean-Marc Vallée suddenly passing away over the weekend. He was just 58 years old.
This morning, tributes pouring in from Hollywood and beyond for Canadian director, producer, and editor Jean-Marc Vallée. Reese Witherspoon tweeting, "My heart is broken." Nicole Kidman saying, "I'm shattered. He was at the center of my creative universe." And Matthew McConaughey adding, "Love stories were everywhere in his eye."
Laura shared a picture with Vallée on Twitter and wrote, quote, "Beautiful Jean-Marc Vallée. The world has lost one of our great and purest artists and dreamers, and we lost our beloved friend. Our hearts are broken." Jared Leto also paid tribute, tweeting, quote, "A filmmaking force and a true artist who changed my life with a beautiful movie called Dallas Buyers Club. Much love to everyone who knew him."
Such a shock for those who loved and admired this man's work, seemingly at the top of his career.
A big loss for not just Canadian film, but for the film world on the whole.
A trademark Jean-Marc Vallée used to say at the end of his projects was cut, print, thank you, bye. On Saturday, the public will be able to say their goodbyes at Montreal Centre Phi. Instead of flowers, the family asks the people to make a donation to the Jean-Marc Vallée Memorial Fund, created in his honor to support film students at Concordia University, where his youngest son graduated from.
Let's encourage young filmmakers and help some of them, and if we can, create more Jean-Marc Vallée that's gonna have success internationally, then why not?
As his longtime producing partner tells us, Jean-Marc stood for authenticity and creativity, and now his loved ones are finding comfort in knowing that his beautiful style and impactful work will live on.
For me, it's amazing how someone could believe so much inside himself to start from nowhere, come from Quebec and go conquer Hollywood. I mean, he showed us the way. Thank you, Denis, for saying it. And I hope that he's going to inspire more to come.
Cut, print, thank you, bye, Jean-Marc Vallée.
The National Arts Center Award, Jean-Marc Vallée.
I came from a humble family. Art knocked at my door. And I'm grateful.
There must be something in the water in Quebec, because there is nothing more difficult than adapting a book for the screen, and yet both Jean-Marc Vallée and Denis Villeneuve were able to achieve overwhelming success by adapting Big Little Lies and Dune. And in 2025, another Montreal filmmaker completed the hat trick.
Hello, I'm Jacob Tierney, creator of Heated Rivalry.
In case you haven't heard, based on Rachel Reed's book, Heated Rivalry is a queer romance drama about rival ice hockey players Shane Hollander and Ilya Rozanov and their years-long secret relationship.
Cut, good, one more.
The series was written and directed by Montreal's Jacob Tierney.
I didn't know what I could do with it, but I knew I loved it.
His adaptation of Rachel Reed's hockey romance story is a cultural phenomenon.
You're an awesome player to watch.
Yes. The fully Canadian production is bold, moving, and wildly successful.
One of the biggest shows in the world right now. From the wildly popular breakout show Heated Rivalry.
It is the #1 show on HBO Max.
The two most talked about prospects in the world.
We have got the stars of Heated Rivalry.
The show is called Heated Rivalry.
Heated Rivalry.
Heated Rivalry.
Heated Rivalry.
Canada's Shane Hollander.
Hudson Williams is here.
And Russia's Ilya Rozanov.
Connor's Story, everybody.
What is this new show you're watching? Tell us about it.
Heated Rivalry.
Heated Rivalry.
Heated Rivalry. Rivalidade ardente. This might be a good opportunity for me to talk about Heated Rivalry. But I just want to talk about it as a phenomenon. I'm obsessed with it. It is also the Canadian quality of it, too.
Heated Rivalry is undoubtedly one of the biggest surprises in recent television memory.
This was something you wanted us to watch because you'd heard all about it. I heard that we had an awesome gay hockey Canada show that was coming to America, and then it got really big and popular. Got really big.
Why is it causing such a sensation?
I mean, it really is causing a sensation. I think the expectation going into Christmas was that everyone was going to be talking about the final episodes of Stranger Things, and I don't think anyone predicted it was going to be a small Canadian TV show about ice hockey.
The show has broken streaming records, increasing viewership by nearly 400% since its November premiere.
Heated Rivalry officially becomes the most watched acquired scripted title in HBO Max history.
This is Crave's biggest show ever. 1/3 of viewers rewatch the episodes, and according to the Wall Street Journal, 15% rewatch an episode 5 times or more, which is unheard of.
This is not a show that I would normally watch, and I'm so incredibly happy I did. I'm so incredibly happy that this caught as much fire legitimately. This is one of the best shows I've ever seen, one of the best romances ever put on screen.
I mean, it's an all-timer. It's incredible. I mean, it really moved me.
That's the one that's gonna win an Emmy.
This season is gonna go down in television history as one of the best seasons of television just in general. Like the ratings, the IMDb scores.
We're looking for the greatest single season of television by average rating. Heated Rivalry. Are you kidding me? The gay hockey show is the highest rated TV show of all time? I gotta watch these boys.
Breaking Bad holds the title for the highest rated TV episode of all time on IMDb with a perfect 10 out of 10.
I heard that.
You've been tied. Heated Rivalry just tied Breaking Bad's perfect 10 IMDb score. Any message to the heated Rivalry, fellas?
I'll see you on the ice.
Montreal is nice, yes?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Boston is nice too?
I think so. People like it there.
We will be seeing each other a lot.
Yeah, Boston and Montreal play against each other often.
So they use all the major hockey cities, but they've changed the names and the logos of all the jerseys. So it's the Montreal Expos and the Boston Raiders.
Montreal Expos?
Not Expos, Montreal Metros.
Montreal Metros.
Yeah, Expos was a baseball team.
Yeah, I'm like, huh?
Someone said the teams are all made up, but they're related to what the real teams are. However, they're like a sexy version of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Naturally, the show's MLH stands in for NHL, the National Hockey League. It takes liberties regarding which cities have franchises, but it does properly depict a long-standing rivalry between Montreal and Boston.
No two teams in NHL history have faced each other more times in the regular season than the Boston Bruins and the Montreal Canadiens.
These are two of the oldest teams in hockey, so they've had numerous heated face-offs for the Stanley Cup.
Montreal has beaten them senseless, and Boston keeps thinking, we're going to get them next time.
What team does Shane Hollander play for? Is it Montreal or is it Boston? What do you say?
Montreal.
Montreal.
Home of Shane.
Moi, je suis ici pour l'équipe. Je suis ici pour gagner. Je m'en fous un peu de détails.
Oh my god, not him actually speaking beautiful Montreal French.
Hollander, what the fuck are you doing? No.
Callis. ESPN is just saying he did not go to Nashville. Capotez pas.
The accent of my people.
Yes, please, you have to understand. This is not us making a mockery. This is like...
I'm 3/4 French Canadian.
Yeah.
Oh, they're French Canadian?
Well, they're in Montreal.
Yeah. Let me check really quick. Montreal, I believe, is just north of Boston, right? They are. Oh, so they are quite close.
This is Shane Hollander's Fortress of Solitude. Here in eastern Quebec is a house he had built on a private lake.
It's my favorite place on earth.
Where?
Lanaudière.
Lanaudière.
And your dad is?
He works for the Treasury Board of Canada.
Crazy.
Fuck you, he played hockey for McGill.
Whoa. McGill? What the fuck is McGill? Is McGill a bad school? What the fuck is McGill?
McGill mentioned!
People think, oh, McGill is just like a made-up thing. No, it's like one of the best universities in the world. Now in their Instagram bio, Shane Hollander's dad's alma mater.
And there were no nice men in Montreal.
He hates the fucking Raiders.
Dad's just locked in on the Boston-Montreal rivalry.
Have you ever been to Montreal, John?
No, I'm not.
Me neither.
Now everyone's going to want to move to Montreal because, I mean, that show is unreal. Are Canadians just as obsessed with this as Americans are? That show has changed my brain chemistry.
We've had Schitt's Creek, Letterkenny, huge international fan base, especially in the US. Trailer Park Boys.
But I have never seen anything like the obsession across all demos that I've seen for Heated Rivalry.
There's something about this show.
What witchcraft and crack did they put in this?
We have to watch it again.
Yeah!
I'm about to play you a real voice note I received about watching Heated Rivalry.
If you don't get your together and watch Heated Rivalry, I'm not going to be able to talk to you. I'm not going to be able to do it because at this point, it has re-inspired me. It's so good, Matt. Matt, please, you need to watch it. You need to watch it.
We've watched the whole thing. I mean, I don't think I've ever been so in love with a show.
It is my favorite television show I've ever seen in my life. I've watched it now 3 times from start to finish.
Excuse me?
Goosebumps.
Oh my god, me too. I just got really.
Yeah.
Are you crying?
I'm pretty emotional right now. Yeah.
I don't think I've cried so much over a show with happy tears.
Oh my god!
Come here.
I'm gonna cry. Oh, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry.
No.
I'm ugly crying. Can't deal with this.
Has Heated Rivalry made everybody insane? Yes!
Let's go!
Yes!
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I don't think I've ever been this invested in a relationship in a show or movie before.
This really is a cultural reset. Heated Rivalry has changed my entire life, and I'm not the only one. I'm watching everyone lose their minds, but also be completely inspired.
I have never been moved by a piece of media like I have with this show.
This queer media has absolutely changed my life in so many unimaginable ways.
The stupid hockey show just stopped. It just finished. What do I do now?
I have been crying throughout this whole episode.
I need this show to release me. I can't keep thinking about it. Help me! Help!
This was a phenomenon like no other, and it will go down in history as the December, the Christmas, the holiday season
of heated rivalry
fever.
Well, Heated Rivalry has been recognized with a Peabody Award.
One that challenges a culture.
And made arguably the biggest cultural impact in television.
The GLAAD Media Award for Outstanding New TV Series goes to Heated Rivalry.
This show is a defining moment in queer history. I guess we've already had a first gay sex scene. There was Queer as Folk.
Queer as
Folk.
Queer as Folk remains as relevant as ever.
What it was like to shoot in Canada. We shot in Toronto. I love the city, and my girlfriend at the time and I used to be able to just hop a train and go to Montreal. Really enjoyed my time there.
It's the people. We just had these incredible friendships. It's extraordinary Canadians who took us in like family.
To our crew, to everybody, that this thing felt in an odd way like docudrama to a world that many people knew nothing about, and now they do, and now they're as passionate about these issues as anybody.
Yes, we've had the first romance between two men portrayed in Brokeback Mountain.
Annie Proulx, the author of Brokeback Mountain, is of French-Canadian descent, and she earned a Master of Arts degree at Concordia University in Montreal.
Brokeback Mountain was written by a Concordia graduate.
How did you find the experience of it being adapted to film?
I spent quite a lot of time with Ang Lee, and we went tooling around the northern part of Wyoming, and they couldn't film it there because there was no infrastructure, so they went up to Canada.
Is it a coincidence that the 3 biggest queer phenomena of all time were made in Canada?
I think it's safe to say this is the biggest queer phenomenon since Brokeback. It's a phenomenon for sure, and I don't use that word very lightly.
This is the first time so many people are so invested and so cheering on for this relationship between these two amazing characters and the impact that this show will have culturally. We haven't even seen half of it.
This Canadian show has healed the world.
Literally the world, honestly.
This video is for Canada, and the world owes you a thank you because you have created a show that is absolutely incredible. It's a cultural phenomenon and it's a global sensation.
I am so jealous of Canadians right now. Like, I'm super jealous of Canadians because imagine releasing something like Heated Rivalry, a Canadian show, and it's this popular. I would be patriotic as hell.
So happy that it was made. I understand that the company that makes it, Crave, receives money from the Canadian government in some way.
Thank you, Canada Media Fund. Thank you, tax credit assistance from Canada.
Thank you, Canada. Thank you, Quebec.
I am extremely proud of everybody who has made this show. Isn't it incredible? That's an like the journey. feat. The journey.
A lot of places wouldn't make the show with the liberty and freedom that they kind of gave to us and Jacob. Truly, Canada is one of the only places where this show could exist.
Montreal-born Tierney has been around show business his whole life.
Fun fact, Tierney was actually a child star in Are You Afraid of the Dark, which I was obsessed with as a 90s child.
You've been around movie making your whole life.
I sure have.
Your dad is responsible for Bon Cop, Bad Cop.
That's right. Spent his whole career fighting for this industry and fighting for the Canadian film business. He ran the Cinémathèque Québécoise. He believed that we could be world class. He believed that we were capable as a culture, both in Quebec and Canada, of accomplishing great things. And it's worth investing in our culture. This is a uniquely Canadian story. It's a Canadian book, it's Canadian talent, made for Canadian TV, and the world is paying attention.
I think just the message is keep investing in the talent in this country. Because of the investment in culture, you get to have a heated rivalry.
Your father's passed away.
Yes.
What do you think he'd say about the success of Heated Rivalry?
Sorry. I miss him. He would be very proud of me.
Hello, Brittany.
Hello, Saison Marguerite.
Brittany, do you have an extra, how do you say, hair tie?
Why do you say how do you say before words you clearly know how to say? Jennifer McMiniman says you're not even from France. You're from Montreal.
Blaine, I saw you in your American football game on Friday.
Stop trying to change the subject, Saison Marguerite.
What subject?
The subject that you're not from France, but instead you're from Montreal.
This is not true. Jennifer McMiniman cannot be trusted.
Actually, Jennifer McMiniman hasn't told a lie since the 3rd grade. So, she can be trusted, you idiot. She's so from Montreal.